The purpose of this tutorial is to show you how you can browse and view curriculum projects created in the DICE learning environment. The DICE learning environment is part of the greater project funded by NASA called the Data Enhanced Investigations for Climate Change Education. It's typically used by teachers and students who have gone into the DICE Giovanni site, which is the NASA archive or portal of mission data, and selected images, put those images on their hard drives, and are using those images to import into the DICE learning environment, and then create questions and presentations around those images. The curriculum projects in the DICE learning environment could be assessments, they could be learning activities, and they could also be presentations, or a combination of all of those. So first thing I want to do, I want to browse the existing projects, which I can go here to from here, or I can go from See All Projects. I'm going to click from Browse Existing Projects, and you see that there are a bunch of project names, 16 currently, that have been published by different authors, including DICE staff, some of the DICE teachers, and some of the DICE students. Let's say I want to look at one of these. So here's one I'm going to look at about reasoning about local and global climate change, the Greater Ventura County area, California. If I click that, I get project level information, the objective, what the course grade levels. Now I see some headers that don't have any content, like for example in this case course name, because this particular curriculum project was developed broadly for many different types of courses. So a specific course isn't specified, but it is something that an author can do. But in this case, the author didn't specify a particular curriculum, particular course name. Now, you see that there are a series of activities. This is the first activity, reflecting about what global warming means to you. Then there are a whole bunch of other activities about looking at the broader issues about global warming from the perspective of science and policy. And then there are some of these involve looking at actual images. Notice if I'm viewing these, I can actually click on the image and make it bigger. And you can see that there's questions also. Now students don't actually answer the questions online. They would answer them in paper or on another file on their computer. The reason we've set it up this way is because we don't want to make it so that in order to do a DICE activity, students have to be on the computer and have internet connection. This makes it flexible. So you can see there's more questions. Now I can also, at the end, click on some helps that the author made available, that are boilerplate helps that we provide as part of the project. For example, this help is what we call a map legend help, about how to interpret a DICE map. Some of these are trend guide tutorials about how to interpret a trend. So for example, this one here about atmospheric, about the physical atmosphere, would give me some information about how to interpret cloud fraction, relative humidity, and different stratospheric temperatures. There are others, like say about precipitation. This one allows me to interpret whether I see higher or lower values on time series plots about precipitation, rainfall rate, and related other data parameters from Giovanni. There are other helps as well. Now if I wanted to print out this whole thing, because my students wouldn't be able to use a computer, you could click print, and I could send this whole thing printed out to the printer, and students would be able to look at these and they online as printouts like this, or they could, or I could save them as worksheets that students could take home with them, or save them as PDF files if I happen to have on my computer the access to Adobe Acrobat version that allows me to create PDF files. Like in my case, In this printer, I can print to a printer, paper printer, or I can print to a PDF, and have it show up that way. And if I print it as a PDF, then I can email it to my students as well. So that's about it.